I want to dive right into how not to create a slide presentation for your speech. As you are giving your speech, I'm using Screencastify to show the view of myself and this presentation. You're going to select Present so that your screen is free of distractions. You just have the video of yourself coming through and the presentation. And then you're going to scroll through the presentation using the arrow keys on your keyboard. As you can see, this is not ideal. There are too many pieces of information on this slide, although it's very helpful. This is the table 13.3 that tells us how to create an effective slide presentation, but it's not presented in a manner that your audience can absorb. They will be forced to read the information on the screen and they won't be focused on what you're saying. So we want to avoid that. And so I'm going to click back out so that I can navigate through this. Note, this is ideal. One thing per slide, and you do not have to put everything in your speech onto your slide presentation. The purpose of the slide presentation is to be a visual aid to assist you as you are communicating to your audience. So do not use all capital letters. Make it clean, make it simple, make the letters big enough for your audience to read. And then pay attention to this formula. This is key. You're going to take the length of your speech. Remember, you have a window of 4 to 8 minutes. So if you're just going to give a 4-minute speech, you divide that by 2, that's 2. You add 1, that's 3. You are only allowed 3 slides for a 4-minute speech. So you will have to be very strategic on which information you place on your slides. And you may have to leave off the title slide, and that's fine. Note also that if you do use source information for your slides, you need to cite that on the slide. So let's talk about your situational audience analysis. We want to incorporate that data onto the slides for your audience to easily absorb it. So you'll go to the actual survey that you conducted, and instead of questions, you'll select responses, and then you'll select the graph that you would like to represent or the chart that you think would be helpful in your speech. You're going to copy that and take it back to your presentation, select the slide, and simply hit paste. Here's your data. And then, of course, you want to create a text box that shows your survey citing information, what you have in your Works Cited page. Next, you are going to, you may want to incorporate a quote from your peer-reviewed article. So we head on over to the peer-reviewed article. I've got the citation pulled up, so I'm going to go ahead and save time by selecting that. And I'm going to create a tiny text box to paste that information. Oh, nope. I thought that I had selected it, but I have to go back and select it and then copy it. Good thing this is how not to do it. Here's my text box, and now I'm going to paste the citation information. I'll clean that up so that you can easily read that, but I also want to show you how to pull a quote. So let's pretend that I want this. It's always great to use statistics and numbers as your data that you want to represent on your slides. Paste that in there, and I want to make the font large enough, easy enough to read. This will allow me, as I'm speaking, to be able to directly quote and not misquote this source. So pay close attention. You don't want to do this during your speech. And when you limit yourself to only the formula and how many slides you are allowed within this formula, you won't find yourself confusing your viewer by scrolling too fast through all the slides. You're only going to have a couple slides, and you're going to selectively pick what information will help your audience absorb the evidence that you present from your sources. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope this video is helpful, and I hope you do not make the mistakes that Table 13.3 directs you to avoid.